With the ribbon cut, Paladin Career and Technical High School celebrated its new home for the Knights in Coon Rapids.
I'm Brandon, the principal. Thanks for being here.
School principal Brandon Waite recognized the support of public officials and the community.
So I just want to give a shout out and appreciation and some Paladin love to everyone that is here today. It means the world to all of us. And with that, let's make it a party and let's give a round of applause to everyone, to all of you.
The burgers are great, the snow cones are great.
There was plenty of free food for everyone and tours of the new building. Compared to their old school at the Northtown Mall, Paladin more than doubled its size with 35,000 square feet of space. The new gymnasium will get a lot of use from students, and you can still smell its freshly finished floor. The public charter school has an enrollment of 220 students, and they have a waiting list. For more information on Paladin, go to their website, pcths.org.
Calling all pet owners and their four-legged friends, the Coon Rapids Love My Pet Fair is taking place Saturday, September 17th from 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at Riverview Park. Some of the highlights include a dog agility demonstration at 10:30 a.m., followed by a canine demonstration at 11. At 11:30, there's a pet tricks contest, followed by a pet parade and a best dressed pet contest. At 1 p.m., the winners of the chalk art contest will be announced. Dozens of vendors will also be on hand showcasing their products and services. Well-behaved pets on a leash are invited, rain or shine.
The 2800 and everyone else, congratulations on your retirement at 1500.
After more than 27 years with the Coon Rapids Fire Department, retiring Battalion Chief Tim Gilsrud is getting the axe.
So as the president of the union, I get to give Tim the axe. I've actually known Tim for over 30 years. I've been friends for a long time and been through a lot of things together, and I'm proud that I'm able to give this to you.
Okay, thank you, Pat.
Like other firefighters, Gilsrud wore many hats while he worked in Coon Rapids. When Facebook became a thing, Gilsrud took to social media, posting messages on the fire department's Facebook page.
Everything from here's what's going on with the fire department, here's a big house fire we had, and then trying to send those fire prevention messages like they didn't have working smoke alarms, make sure you check your smoke alarm.
Reflecting on his career in the fire service, Gilsrud was grateful.
I'd just like to say thank you for filling my heart and giving me and my family an opportunity to live out a lifelong dream and career, and just keep our next generation of firefighters safe and think about the firefighters.
We've got great prizes for longest drive, longest putt, and it's just a great time to be out at Bunker Hills.
Firefighters in Coon Rapids will be swinging their golf clubs in September for the Community Fund Golf Tournament. The annual event raises money to help those who experience loss due to a house fire. Over the years, the fund has grown to help even more people in the community.
We donate to youth organizations, youth sports, the Little League, disaster relief. So anytime there's a fire in the city, we can give money back to them to help them out. It's just a great cause.
This year, the list of sponsors has grown to offer even more contests, which includes a hole-in-one.
We've got a great sponsor who's coming out to do it with us, and it's on 8 West. It's a tricky hole, but if you can hit it, that's $10K. That's awesome.
The Coon Rapids Fire Department Community Fund Golf Tournament will take place on Friday, September 16th at Bunker Hills Golf Club. Registration starts at 10:30 a.m. with a shotgun start at 11:30. There's a dinner in the evening. If you're interested, check out the Coon Rapids Fire Department Community Fund Facebook page or go to crfdfund.org for more info.
The city is looking for additional feedback from the public related to the planned redevelopment of Alfaland Park. Alfaland Park is located off 100th Lane behind Lilliput and is one of the oldest parks in Coon Rapids. Improvements could include new playground equipment, active areas, and other amenities. Following initial input from the public earlier this year, 2 concept designs have been developed. One is more recreational and the other is nature themed. Residents are being asked to provide feedback on the plans.
So the survey that's out there will allow, through interactive website, will allow you to pick up the concept that you like, give us some feedback on the concept, as well as go into an interactive map and give comments based on the map of what the park looks like now, of things that you would like to see, or problems with the park that you see, whether it be traffic or walkability, those type of things.
To find a link to the survey, just log on to the city's website, coonrapidsmn.gov. A preferred concept is expected to be approved by the City Council later this year, with design work next year and construction likely in 2024. Following Labor Day, students across the Anoka-Hennepin School District will be heading back to the classroom for the start of what many hope will be a more traditional school year. This week, I sat down with Interim Superintendent Kate McGuire to talk about a wide range of topics. One of the first, her decision to come out of retirement to lead the school district this year.
I am passionate about public education. I believe deeply that public education serves a purpose in creating an informed citizenry to sustain our democracy. So I'm a social studies teacher by trade. I'm really passionate about students being well educated for success.
On the job front, the Anoka-Hennepin School District still has around 250 full and part-time positions to fill. In all, the district employs around 7,000 workers. Their recruitment team is busy working to fill those positions as quickly as possible.
Of those 250 positions, a good number are regular education teachers and special education teachers in particular. And a good number of them are para-educators who also provide support in classrooms and support in operations across the school district.
To say the last 2 school years were challenging is an understatement. The pandemic brought big disruptions to the way students learn and how teachers do their jobs. Administrators are hopeful that is all behind us.
We are very much looking forward to a new normal. We have full-time students, right, back in the spaces, and teachers. Our COVID types of protocols are still in place in terms of cleaning and ventilation and hand sanitizing stations and so forth. No masking requirements, right? We're kind of getting back to that normal of how do you stay home when you don't feel good, and then otherwise you come to school, right, and take precautions that are appropriate.
While students have been enjoying the summer off, construction crews have been busy making building improvements across the district. It's all part of the Fit for the Future referendum approved by voters in 2017. The project started in 2018 and will continue for 2 more years.
A number of the Coon Rapids schools have been touched by facility improvements, either outdoor grounds and aesthetics improvements or indoor renovations and additions, for example, at Coon Rapids Middle School. I just toured that the other day, so I got in to see the new science rooms and the new classroom spaces at Coon Rapids Middle School.
One of the final topics I discussed with Superintendent McGuire this week is extra help being brought in for students struggling with academics and social and emotional support. The district is using federal emergency relief funds approved during the pandemic.
We know and we anticipate that as students come back to a school setting full-time all year, that some students are coming back having been out of that pattern for a period of time. So we know that we've got work to do to build community, help students feel welcomed, build back that school climate and culture so students really feel engaged and connected with the adults around them.
One other note, a big topic of discussion during the coming school year will be boundary changes that will affect students and parents at the elementary level. Watch for community meetings to learn more and provide feedback. The school board will ultimately need to approve any boundary changes. Have a great school year.
Happy birthday, dear Harold. Happy birthday to you. Yay, Harold!
Harold Nelson of Ramsey has always been a numbers guy. He worked for years as an accountant. Now, at age 100, his friends at the Coon Rapids Senior Center held a balloon parade to mark his decades of digits.
100! 100! Yay!
Harold Nelson joined the Army in 1940, trained at Fort Knox, Kentucky.
Harold was recognized for his military service way back in World War II.
Today, we are here to award a Quilt of Valor to Harold.
The Quilt of Valor organization presented him with a handmade quilt.
Whereas Harold Nelson, after his military service, returned to Minnesota and married the love of his life, Phyllis Olson.
Mayor Jerry Cook read a proclamation from the city of Coon Rapids.
Proclaimed the 16th day of August, 2022, and my sincere happy birthday, and thank you for your service.
In addition to cake and ice cream, there were gifts too.
A cucumber from my garden.
And best of all, playing cards with members of the Senior Center Bridge Club. It's a game he's still willing to get behind the wheel of his car and drive to on Tuesdays.
You have a lot of people that you meet, and different personalities, different ways of playing.
Harold, after all, is still a numbers guy.
Kind of a lifesaver because it keeps an old man going, I guess you'd say. Something to look forward to every week.
Here's a quick recap of the Tuesday, August 16th City Council meeting. An expansion project at the Coon Rapids Recycling Center is one step closer to reality. On Tuesday night, the City Council accepted an updated plan for the project and authorized the solicitation of bids. The plan calls for a new building for styrofoam recycling, a reuse room for paint and other items, covered storage to keep collected materials dry and clean, along with additional parking and traffic lanes. The city secured a $316,000 matching grant for the project from the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency back in 2020. A bulk storage area had to be dropped from the plan due to rising construction costs. The union that represents public works employees has reached a new 2-year contract with the city. The deal includes a 3% cost of living increase in both years, along with an additional 1.5% market rate adjustment in 2023. Another round of street reconstruction is in the works. This week, the City Council ordered preparation of plans for the 2023 project, which will include 4.5 miles of residential streets north of Main Street and west of Shenandoah Boulevard. The streets are around 35 years old and in need of replacement. And that's a quick recap of the August 16th City Council meeting. As always, you can find the full meetings on cable or the CTN Coon Rapids YouTube channel.
This is the first step of the pavement preservation process.
On Tuesday, Coon Rapids applied an asphalt rejuvenator product to city roads in the area of 121st Avenue and Butternut Street. The city is trying out this technique in small areas of the city to see if it extends the life of the road. A lime screening is then spread out over the top to help tack it down to the road surface.
It's penetrating into the bituminous and it's softening up the bituminous so it doesn't get the hairline cracks. It also, again, is sealing out any moisture or air content. Another thing it does, it fights the freeze-thaw cycle as well as the sun UV that naturally oxidizes the pavement surface, which makes it more brittle.
After a few days, the lime screening will be removed from the road. Residents will be happy to know that the Rejuvenator product is non-carcinogenic. City officials say it's okay to drive over, but do not recommend walking on it for a day or two. In September, another neighborhood will get a similar treatment. Over time, the city will monitor how well the asphalt rejuvenator works in preserving the roads.
This is probably 5 or 6 different artists.
The artists who have their work on display at Coon Rapids Rise are clients in the art therapy program. RISE serves adults with developmental and intellectual disabilities.
The bench is a 50-year anniversary piece.
This was the first art exhibit open to the public and hosted by RISE since the COVID-19 pandemic.
This once was a warehouse where we did only production work.
The new exhibit hall was part of a 6,000 square foot remodel, along with other rooms used for life enrichment programs.
Every single room is dedicated to certain activities or therapies or art, and people can kind of pick and choose what they're interested in.
Stacy Gross is an art therapist at RISE. She knows firsthand how rewarding it is to work with people with disabilities and teach them what's possible.
They have a blast. Anything that looks like it's going to be messy, they're really excited. And when I show up with a cart full of supplies and a big canvas, they know it's going to be messy.
Most of the paintings are the work of one person, while some require modified tools to get paint on canvas.
For instance, for like these sunflowers, I use the back of a styrofoam bowl to help them paint the circle of the sunflower. And then I'd cut up the sponge in the shape of a petal, so that, because that's easier to grip. A sponge is easier to grip than maybe a paintbrush, and so that they can punch on each individual petal.
This multi-panel piece was the result of several artists working together.
One person will do a tile and another person will do another tile, and so they think they're working on just a small piece of art until you put it all together, and then it is this big, beautiful display.
Each piece of art is for sale, with profits going to the artist. For them, the rewards are much more than monetary.
It's that feeling of empowerment that they're also getting something back from doing a piece of art.
To connect with RISE programs like art therapy, visit their website, rise.org.
I really love seeing the transformation on people on their journey.
Summers are often a slower time for therapists in Minnesota, including Mandy Winarka, owner of Mindful Wellbeing in Coon Rapids. But when the pandemic hit in 2020, nothing slowed down.
You know, the demand just outpaced what I could do individually. And so as soon as I determined that it was time for me to say yes to adding some people, I needed a space for us to be together.
Winarka moved into an office building at 199 Coon Rapids Boulevard more than a year ago. She recently expanded into the suite next door and has added several more clinicians to her team.
We focus really heavily on supporting families or individuals who are trying to build their families. So we see a lot of folks who are trying to conceive or having trouble with that process. We also support a lot of folks who've had pregnancy or infant loss.
Mindful Wellbeing takes a holistic approach to helping clients. In addition to traditional talk therapy, services include wellness classes and support groups. They've even partnered with a local yoga instructor to provide on-site sessions.
We do a lot of individual supporting clients by working with them on how to build mindfulness into everyday practice, as well as some of the more formal meditation type things that people often think of when they think of mindfulness.
For anyone considering counseling, Winarka encourages people to check out different therapist profiles and pay close attention to who the person is and their areas of expertise and interests. She says the therapist fit is the #1 predictor of success in mental health counseling.
It's such an honor to bear witness to people's mental health and to their desire to feel better.
Anoka Ramsey Community College marked the completion of a major renovation project Thursday afternoon with a ribbon-cutting ceremony. For more than a year, the college has been overhauling its 31,000 square foot business and nursing building. The remodeled space includes updated classrooms, open study areas, offices, and labs. 4 simulation labs give nursing students hands-on training with medical scenarios controlled by instructors in real time.
As we celebrate the renovation and the refurbishment environment, we are really excited about this new beginning and the physical spaces that are now within our walls to provide our students with first-rate, state-of-the-art classrooms, labs, and simulation areas.
And here is the good news. new building right now. We have a new building that will start soon. Number 2, teachers have their office, so beautiful. 3, we have our place we can study without any problem. There won't be that much noise. Guys, it's a day to be thankful.
Specialty rooms, including one for maternity and one for home care, give students an opportunity to delve deeper into specific care scenarios. The rooms also record video and audio to allow for debriefs after simulations are complete. The $16 million project was funded by the state legislature in 2020. Anoka Ramsey's nursing program is the second largest in the state. The city launched a new initiative this year that helps homeowners looking to go green. The Green Homes program guides you through steps to improve your home's energy efficiency while saving you money in the process.
We really wanted to build off the success of a lot of our other home programs.
The city has several popular housing programs, including Home for Generations 2, which provides financial incentives for large remodeling projects, and the Front Door program, which gives homeowners grants for exterior projects. Now, Green Homes has been added to the mix.
So it's a two-prong approach to really help bring down energy usage in homes across the city and help save people money.
One major component of the program is an energy evaluation by the Home Energy Squad, which is run by Excel and Centerpoint Energy. A two-person team will come to your home and install energy-saving items like programmable thermostats and high-efficiency water fixtures. In older homes, the crew also performs a blower test to measure for air leaks, completes an insulation inspection of your attic and walls using an infrared camera, and performs a safety test on your furnace and water heater.
After a Home Energy Squad visit, if you do have recommendations for improving the efficiency of your home, an energy advisor will follow up with you and help you take those next steps. So whether that's getting in touch with a contractor, getting rebate information, whatever you need, whatever makes it easier, financing information, we connect you to all of that.
Best of all, the Green Homes program slashes the cost of the Home Energy Squad visit in half. For homes built in the year 2000 or after, the cost is $35. For homes constructed before 2000, it's $50.
We're really hoping that residents jump on board and take part in those energy efficiency audits and utilize the rebates and help make the program a success.
The Green Homes program also offers rebates for homeowners who move forward with projects that improve energy efficiency. For more information, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov/greenhomes. There you'll find much more on the program, the energy audits, and the rebates for things like new energy efficient furnaces, air conditioners, and water heaters. We now know who's advancing to the general election in November following Tuesday's primary election. In the mayoral race, incumbent Jerry Cook received the most votes with 3,575. He'll face off against Sharon Compton, who received the second most votes with 1,164. Todd Jones came in third with 563 votes. Turning to the contested city council race in Ward 3, Sean Novak came out on top with 412 votes. Pablo Hernandez Jr., who currently holds that seat, came in second with 273 votes, and in third place, Diego Morales with 138 votes. Moving to the two Anoka County races that were on the primary ballot, for County Commissioner in District 3, incumbent Jeff Reinert received the most votes with 2,775. Coming in second was Cindy Hansen with 1,519 votes, and in third place, Kevin Ryan with 463 votes. As for the Anoka County Sheriff's race, a real close one. Paul Lensmeyer, a current commander with the Sheriff's Office, came out on top with 13,427 votes. Former Coon Rapids Police Chief Brad Wise came in second with 13,339 votes, and Tom Gagnon came in third with 4,331. Again, the top two vote getters in each primary race move on to the general election, which takes place on Tuesday, November 8th. Here's a quick recap of the Monday, August 1st City Council meeting. A new apartment project has been given the green light by the council. Horning Companies is planning to build a 4-story, 43-unit apartment building at the corner of Blackfoot Street and Coon Rapids Boulevard near Mercy Hospital. The new building will include 20 studios, 19 one-bedroom units, and 4 two-bedroom units, as well as several amenities, including a roof deck. The current property owner also owns the adjacent apartment building formerly known as the Loftus Center, which has been rehabbed in recent years. Also this week, the City Council approved the final plat for a project in the Evergreen Industrial Park. Shop-Off Realty Investments is planning to construct a 32,000 square foot industrial building in the 8800 block of Evergreen Boulevard next to the old Honeywell building. The investment group purchased that 260,000 square foot building in 2015 and leased it to 2 businesses. No word yet on the tenant planned for the new building. The Military Softball Appreciation Tournament is returning to Sand Creek Park next month. On Monday night, the City Council approved a temporary strong beer and wine liquor license for the tournament, which runs September 9th through the 11th. The event raises money for several local nonprofits, which help veterans and their families. This is the 8th year for the tournament. And that's a quick recap of the August 1st City Council meeting. As always, you can find the full meetings on cable or the CTN Coon Rapids YouTube channel.
Are you having fun? This year's Night to Unite celebration in Coon Rapids was a big hit despite the muggy temps. It was a chance for neighbors to meet new neighbors who live next door.
Puff, puff.
Food is one of the big things that helps bring people together.
There it is.
One of the highlights for many are the visits from the members of the police and fire departments. It's a chance for police officers like Josh Percola to show off their squad cars to children in a relaxed environment.
Coming to these parties here, it makes me feel like I'm not a cop, I'm Josh. It's me. My radar's completely down. It's a great time to ask questions and really get to know the people that live here in Coon Rapids.
There were officially 100 registered neighborhood parties in the city. 23 police officers, along with 6 reserve officers, covered the city to make stops at nearly every party. All told, there were nearly 2,000 adults and children who came out to attend this year's event.
Any vehicles left outside on your property must be in operable condition and parked on an improved surface with current registration displayed. And repairing or dismantling vehicles outside is a violation of city code. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.